don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, this is Tom, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the Toyworld TWC06 Concrete. And this is the 6th figure of the not Constructicons or Constructicons or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, so here's the top of the box, or the front of the box, side of the box. Those of you that notice, this was $225. Toyworld, there, picture of a leg, and the warnings not to eat anything in the box. Okay, so opening up the box, we get a bunch of cards for all of them. We get the instruction sheet and the sticker, the foam, inside of the box we get a piece of foam, we get a gun, a missile, get out of there, a big gun, and the figure itself. Maybe. Come here. It's in there quite securely. Come out. Okay. And the figure itself. The foam. And as usual, take a quick look at an empty box. Okay, so I'll ditch the box here and we'll take a quick look at the figure and the accessories. Alright, so this is Concrete, their version of mixing drum, Dr. Love, Mixmaster, mixing drinks, whatever his name is. He's got the thing that does the thing. Yeah, mine's kind of anemic. Oh well. This is the second version of this mold that I've had. Any of you that have that follow me on Facebook know the story there. I'm not going to go into it here. Let's take a quick little look here at some of the accessories. This is his gun, and as you can see, it's just the typical gun here. It's got the red and the nice molding. It's a nice little gun. Got a little flash right here. Okay. These two missiles are exactly the same. They just plug in, and I'll show that off here in a minute. This is the gun for Devastator, and it's got a little translucent right here, a little gunmetal gray right here, silver, gunmetal, some more of that translucent. I'm not sure exactly why, but this pops off. Okay, so it pops off. There's down the barrel, backside's exactly the same. You can do that with it, give it a handle. That, I mean, technically it'll fit on Dr. Love here, or whatever his name is. So I mean, if you really want that, you can do that. This gun will fit there, not happily, but it will fit there. And these things plug in back here. They're spring loaded. You gotta push in the spring and then push them both in, but they will stay there. And then they are actually spring loaded and they shoot for quite a ways. So you pull out the old ruler. From tip to tip, looks like he's coming in just under 8 inches. The top of the mixing barrel looks like 3 1/4 from where I sit. Alright, now not doing too well. Alright, here he is with Inferno for your sense of scale. Okay, and here he is with Bumblebee, again just for your sense of scale. Initial impressions, like the rest of them, he's got some die cast. When I transformed him, because I already have, after my initial issues with the first one, I made sure this one was okay. I haven't been able to get these shut again, and I don't really know what's going on with it, but I'm not going to fuss and fight with it anymore. I'm just going to kind of leave it alone. This is glued on crooked. I don't know if you all can see that, but it is. It's kind of funny. This thing doesn't work the way it's supposed to, but it's got some nice paint. I have the purple barrel for this. I'll show off at some point. Let's see, you've got translucent here. You got little orange headlight or yellow headlights picked out. I hope those are coming off right there. This is gray plastic. You got a little bit of red right through here, which probably could have used another coat. The wheels don't turn very well, but they turn in. That's another thing. Here's gray paint. The wheels are rubber. You got your caution stripes right here. Here's the little button to release the things. You got silver right here, gray right there, underside, and you can pretty much see he's a robot. Silver right there for the arms. Yeah, that's pretty much this guy. We got some silver on the grill. That's pretty much this guy. Yeah, that's initial impression. One more quick size comparison. Here is the Toyworld Concrete with the DX9 mixing drum, just for scale. Okay. So, I'm going to try to transform this guy, and if you notice, I was actually able to fiddle with it and get these back in there. I don't promise to ever be able to do that again. I'm going to try my best to remember all the ways of doing this. Bear with me, and if I forget something, just let me know. Let's see here. First thing we do, let's start with the legs, because I can get those out of the way and I'm most familiar with those. We open up these panels here just the way we do. And go ahead and split them. Pull out these two side flaps because they're actually connecting and holding everything in place here. There's a port and a pin here. Once you've got these pulled out, ooh, that's squeaky. You can rotate the leg down, and I have discovered it's best to pull it down at an angle. Flip that in. Come on, Tom, remember it correctly. Pull your foot out. Pull that down, rotate that down, and then push that down and close this back. Take your foot here and extend it like that. And I never know what to do with this flap here. It's too big to allow it to close up all the way, and if you close it up right there, then that really limits the articulation of the foot. And if you do like I just did right there, then that gets it caught up, hung up in there, and then you can never get the damn thing out. See what I mean? So I'm just going to leave mine out a little bit for right now. So let me see if I can express what I just did. Alright, so we're going to come up here and we're going to pull out the foot. Okay. Now we're going to start rotating this around at an angle while we push in the front window all the way to the back. Rotate it around. What am I doing wrong here? Come on, Tom. You've done this before. What are you doing wrong? You just did this. Sorry, folks. There we go. There's that. What are you doing wrong here, Tom? It's the little bits that apparently get me. See, I got it pushed out. Why is it not going in the rest of the way? Get in there. Go to your home, man. Don't you want to go home? You have to extend. You have to make sure this hinge in here is flush before it will work properly, apparently. Oh, and rotate the tires around just like we did in the other one. That's something I didn't do. And see, once you do that, you can bring that out, fold it up. Now see, if you leave the tires out, here's the other thing. If you leave the tires out, then you can fold this up like this, and this will actually collapse like that. But then I don't remember the instructions showing that. I remember the instructions showing the tires collapsing, but then that would give you, that makes a whole lot more sense. You know what? I'm going to do mine that way. I'm just going to collapse these like this, put them in like that. And you know what? If that's not right, you can dog me in the comments section. But there's the feet and the legs. Alright, now here's the arms. Tell you what, I'm gonna switch to my other thing here. Alright, here's the arms. Now when you're going back into robot mode, or to truck mode, car mode, whatever this thing is, these panels right here, they eat me up. And you have to have, these are the arms, they have to be orientated properly, because this is on a swivel and there's two pins right here that plug in right here and on a spot on the arm. And if this arm, this shoulder right here is not orientated properly, it will not go in. And I spent probably 2 hours trying to figure out how to get that to work right, until I just happened to luck across it. So just be aware. So these arms plug in. There's little connector bits right here, and they also plug in right here. And these little ports right here have stress marks because of these pins, because of the way they do. And they plug in together. You've got a pin here and a pin here that go in. So bring your arms come on now. Bring them down, orientate them properly, and these things here annoy the bejesus out of me. They plug in, and then you can manipulate them however you wish. They're supposed to go like that, I think. Open up your hand, close it down. And I didn't really explain that at all because it's hard to explain. Okay, so we're going to take the shoulder while maneuvering this piece, which is plugged in right here. We're going to maneuver this around, bring the shoulder down, bring the arm down into proper position, and kind of maneuver it around. Now this piece has a port right here which will plug in and kind of help it set. This can rotate around. I hate this thing. This thing can rotate around and plug in right there. Alright. I hate that thing. Open up your hand. Shut it down. I hate that thing. I hate those. Don't pop off your chest plate, but pull up your head here and push it up until it extends. Put your chest plate back on, and if you notice there's 2 pins that'll go in to form the chest. Now this thing here eats me up too, because it's got to come down and tuck away. At the same time, it's got to come forward enough to allow, like that. Okay. And that is this guy. Now, his missiles will go in. You just push the button, get them both prepped, because they have to both go in at the same time. You push the button, and you release the button, and they will stay there. And there is Dr. Hook, Dr. Love, whatever his name is. Concrete, Mixing Barrel, whatever his name is. Mixmaster, that's it. In his robot mode. Okay, so let's go over, let's zoom in here a little bit, and I'll see if I can get you in on the face sculpt here. He does have, he does have light piping, but good luck getting it. His face sculpt, he's got this funky little smirk going on, which I don't get, but okay. He's got some silver on the shoulders. Those stripes come through. His hands are the ball jointed fingers. They're in that relaxed pose we've mentioned before. He's got some red and silver detail here, some yellow here, some red here, some translucent here. That's gray plastic. The cab. Yeah, the side of the figure, the back of the figure. The hip joints aren't the greatest ever was in this figure. And as you notice, he tends to want to lean back on me, and there's not much I can do about that. Here, let me. Wow, that's stiff. Get in there. Alright, so now his hand's at least orientated properly. His gun has the typical place there, so yes, he can hold it just fine. Alright, now we need size comparisons. Here he is with Bumblebee, and here he is for you Classics fans with the Classics Prime. Okay. And as we've been going through this series, as I have mentioned previously, there's only one real size comparison and scale that I really want to see him with, and that is my DX9 Mitron. And that scale works just fine for me. There's one last thing we need to do, and that is articulation. And real quick, head can look up, down, left, right. Arms can do a full 360, even with this kibble. They can come out on a ratchet joint that far. Bend at the elbow 90 degrees. You saw the wrist swivel. You know about the fingers. The waist is locked. He does have the little sassy bot thing going on. Oh, look at me, I'm a sassy bot. Yeah, there's that. The legs, the hip skirts will get out of the way. Can you do the splits? That's as far as you're going to get with the splits for that way. And he can't quite do the Chinese either. Ooh. Okay. Knee bend, again, we've got this in this configuration here, so I don't know if that's official or not, but under 90 in this configuration. The feet are on ball joints, so you get wiggle waggle. The toe, the heel moves up and down. You can get a little up, a little down, and you can go all the way around if you want to. And there's his articulation.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Vitamin John. Operators are standing by.